guys, I'm Jen. Today I'm talking about the differences of business analyst versus systems analyst. There are some similarities, but also some major differences, even though they can sometimes be confusing from someone looking at them from the outside. In the past, I've talked about business analysts versus data analysts, but I've had a few questions since then of how a system analyst compares to both of these two. So if you want to know how a data analyst fits in, go check out that video, which I'll link in the description. Let's take a look at business analysts versus systems analysts in terms of what they do, who they interact with, and the type of skills that you need to get into either of these roles. They may not always be consistently used company to company in terms of how they're named, so we'll also go over what to look for on a job description to be able to tell each of these roles apart as I'm defining them in this video. Let's start out with the focus of each of these roles. The main focus of a business analyst is analyzing the organization, processes, systems, or problems from a business lens. They're looking to add value into the business by creating solutions and changes that are going to be implemented in the business. They usually understand the end goal of the entire project, and they may also have a hand in defining what that goal is. Business analysts help bridge the gap across companies, working across departments, functions, and roles to create solutions to existing problems or to help innovate for the future. A business analyst may sometimes work on IT-related challenges, but typically for IT-related challenges would function more in a project manager type role. They're not in there coding and actually doing the heavy IT work on their own. They're leaving that to experts in that field. On the other hand, while a system analyst does a lot of work that result in business changes, just like a business analyst, the focus of their work isn't on the processes and the people as much as it is on the IT side of things. This could be implementing new systems or making changes to existing systems to help it function better within the business. System analysts will understand the business problems that need to be solved and often talk with users and stakeholders to make sure that they gather the requirements and convey them, but then the majority of their work will focus on the IT side, either fixing the problems themselves or working with other people within the IT organization to create the changes that need to be made to different softwares and programs. They understand the how of resolving problems and then work within the IT organizations to make it happen. A systems analyst will typically do some coding, though not always, but at the very least, they certainly understand how to read and interpret code to know what it's saying. Business analysts may also do some system analyst work, especially if you're in a smaller organization or have that skill set and are inclined to work that direction, but they typically won't go as deep as a system analyst. These are roles that you could transition between, and you may find some business analysts that are more system focused and some system analysts that are more business analyst focused that might get a little more involved in the business than a typical system analyst would. Both roles require strong leadership and communication skills because you're often working with other groups and needing to understand and even interpret requirements or needs of the business and the users. Let's look at the background that you'll need to become a systems analyst versus a business analyst. A systems analyst will typically get into the field with a programming or other IT-related background because this is the area of work that they'll be focusing on. You could transition into a system analyst role from another role if you're already inclined towards that sort of thing, or you really go ahead and start incorporating more of that in your work. So I mentioned some business analysts may do a little system analyst work. That could be a good path to transition. Analytics or data science could be also another alternative to transition into a system analyst role. On the other hand, a business analyst is typically going to have a business background. They may have a project management type background that they're going to come into the job with. They also could transition from more analytics or system analyst roles into a business analyst type role if that's the portion of the work that they enjoy or are the best at. In terms of pay, both of these roles are pretty similar to each other. In the US, entry-level salaries tend to be in the $70,000 to $80,000 range for new people coming into the field. System analysts will sometimes pay slightly higher, though the difference isn't very significant and is more likely to differ company to company than it is the entire system analyst versus business analyst role. The reason system analyst is often higher is because there is that tech element, and a lot of people that have those skills may be more inclined to go more heavy into the programming. It is really important when you're looking for a job as a system analyst or a business analyst to read the job description. You're likely to find some business analyst roles that are looking for someone that has system analyst experience or skills, and you're also likely to find some system analyst roles where they're looking for someone that has business analytics skills or that can also function partially as a business analyst. Those are the key differences of business analyst versus systems analyst. Thanks so much for watching.